Hello you lovely Mario Maker person, my name is Ceave and welcome back. Today we're having a look on the Munchers campaign, who is running against the thwomps party to become next president of the great mushroom kingdom. And in the end we will finally settle the huge question whether Munchers or thwomps are better suited to lead your levels to greatness. You ready? Let's do this! Here's our first idea. The muncher you see at the bottom on a spiky turtle is slated for the nationwide debate on bob-omb TV. And it looks currently like he won't be able to make it there in time, as the spiky turtle taxi he caught isn't moving. Maybe Mario can help. If Mario triggers this P-switch, the muncher should be able to make his way. And to trigger an explosion. And to give Mario a key. This one is a small minigame that starts with a wiggler trigger. While Mario tries to avoid the swinging chain jump, the muncher to the right blocks the exit. But once the P-switch expires, the muncher will fall down, allowing Mario to leave this trap. Let's quickly talk about the muncher basics. If a muncher happens to be on top of a P-switch, the P-switch will always get triggered. If a muncher drops on top of an enemy, he will crush him. The same is true if the muncher hits him from below. If a muncher has close contact with a bob-omb, there will be an instant explosion. If Mario hits a muncher, he will always take damage. Our plumber can't damage boost through munchers, and the star won't kill them as well. The most common way to kill a muncher is by using a POW block. Here we use the fact that you can put tracks behind munchers to create an interesting obstacle. Mario has to bounce his way around all the munchers trying to eat him. And now, from our ongoing series, what is the most complicated way to trigger a P-switch, I proudly present the Muncher solution. Munchers with wings actually make some pretty interesting enemies. Here we put a bullet blaster bill on top of them, forcing them to carry it around until the end of time. But there's even more potential. Here we have an epic boss battle against Bowser Jr. in an arena where the floor acts a little bit more interesting than usual. This idea isn't mine, but someone left me a level in the comments that featured this trick, and there is simply no way that I don't show this to you. If you want to check the level out, I'll leave you the ID in the description. In my opinion, munchers are basically the working class of the mushroom kingdom. Sure, they are not as fancy as thwomps, but if you need something triggered or crushed or carried, they get the job done. Here for example, Mario needs to get the key this wiggler is holding. Once he found the P-switch, the muncher does all the work for him. Again. If you hit a coin underneath a muncher and the P-switch gets triggered, the muncher will be forced to the left or to the right. This muncher sits on top of a Monty immobilizer. Once Mario comes close, the P-switch gets auto-triggered and our plumber needs to make his way back fast. Here Donkey Kong is forced to run over this note block, which will lead to chain jumps chasing him. Not sure if DK is going to vote muncher after this. By the way, there is this huge email scandal that follows the Muncher campaign since the beginning. No one knows how a muncher in office will write emails, as they have no hands. This idea is probably one of my favorites. While everything looks peaceful and quiet, the moment Mario comes close to the key, the muncher on the tracks gets loaded, making Mario's way back way harder. Last week I showed you the television spot of the Munchers campaign to keep everything fair and even. Here's a Muncher commercial. For decades we have been doing all the work, jumping, triggering, biting and carrying, but no one ever acknowledged it. But now it's time that we strike back. They had us trigger their P-switches for way too long. No one should ever be forced again to carry a bullet blaster bill against his will. No one shall ever be abused to eat Mario. On the contrary, let us build a world where we live together with Mario in peace. Let us build a world where the people that do the work actually rule the world. Hashtag a muncher to believe in. Here we have a neat little minigame. There is a P-switch to the left, but Mario can't reach it. But if he throws this power block with precise aiming towards the Muncher is able to help him out. I'm not sure if the power block likes to be thrown though. Let's ask him. Hey power block, do you mind getting thrown? It looks like he can't talk. Guess it's okay. So once the P-switch got triggered, Mario can finally use the power block to kill the final Muncher and reach the door. And now, the moment we all have been waiting for, the final decision. It is time to vote. If you hover with your mouse on top of the video player, you can see a small I in the top right corner. I like incredible important election. If you click it, you will have the chance to vote. The voting question is the following. I like more. A. Thwomps. B. Munchers. Choose carefully. And that's it for today and for Munchers and for the Mushroom Kingdom election. I sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and maybe you feel especially chosen today and want to hit the subscribe button as well. If you know a cool trick with Munchers that I did not showcase, or if you want to discuss your voting opinion in public, feel free to leave me a comment. I hope you have a wonderful day and to see you soon with even more tips, tricks and ideas in Super Mario Maker. Goodbye!